You want to click go live while I'm still on?
Yeah, I'm on. Hey everyone. Hey, I hope you guys had a good day today. Can you guys hear me out there? Can anyone hear me? Can you guys put in the chat box that you can hear me? Okay. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. Well, look, guys, I'm not going to be super long. Brother Greg is kind of under the weather. His voice is kind of choppy. He's just dealing with some issues with um, the pollen and allergies. So yeah, so we'll get to it. I got one question. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Also, guys, you guys should know. Also, you guys want to maybe mark your calendar. Um, so May 6th, 7th, and 8th, we're going to have the 3-day investor course, which is going to cover midterm rentals. It's going to cover wholesaling and marketing. We're long overdue to have that class. Greg just wanted to hold off and kind of polish it a little bit, and so we're going to have that May 6th through 8th for you guys. There is no charge, but we will be charging the public $197, just so you know. So mark your calendars for that, and then right around that day, I will make sure to send you guys the link to get in. So it's going to be 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it will be from about 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 5:30. It's a virtual class, so no need to travel across town, that sort of thing. That's May 6th through 8th, and then we will have a lunch and learn May the 3rd, which I think Greg wants to do another deep dive on where to find the deals and why wholesaling innovations might be a good strategy to get some income coming in. Also, May 11th, that's a Saturday, that's the second Saturday. So we will have a house tour. Not quite sure where we're going to go. I know a couple weeks back we went to, we were in DC, up in Northwest DC. Probably we're a little overdue to go back to Baltimore, but I'll be sure to let you guys know. And so that's the latest as far as activities. We are going to be having a 2-day boot camp at the end of June on a Saturday and Sunday. So we're kind of putting the pieces together for that, and then we'll advertise that to the public. Let's see. So I do have one question. I was waiting for Dwayne to join us. But maybe you guys can chime in and help too with this question. So Dwayne has a question, and Dwayne wants to know what specific steps can he take being a realtor in DC and Maryland and using the Bright MLS to search for motivated sellers. So I guess basically he's asking, he's got the MLS and he's licensed. How can he get, motivated sellers from going into the MLS? I know one thing I can offer is we can go in and we can search for expired listings. You can also maybe set up your credentials where you're looking for active listings or coming soon listings, but preferably active listings. That's right, Danielle. Active listings, but also look for properties that are on the market that's been on the market for 30 days. Because then we can perhaps ask that seller's agent if their seller is interested in perhaps a lease option. Why lease option? because we learn about midterm rentals, and so that's a great way to perhaps have some cash flow where you could either sublet that property, or you could buy with the option to rent, or buy with the rent with the option to buy. I'm sorry. So you could have that strategy as well. I'm not quite sure, but one of the guys from PropStream told me this, that there might be a way for you to look on the MLS to see what if their seller is in an adjustable mortgage situation, because that also may be a strategy to get them to at least talk, and perhaps let them know that you've got a seller, or it could mean that they really need to sell because potentially they're having a hard time paying their bills because the interest rate went up, and so that could potentially you can kind of catch them before it goes into dire straits or foreclosure. That's the answer that I could offer to Dwayne. Anyone else have any opinion on that? You got a license, and you've got a license. You're looking in the MLS for deals. Any other thing to offer, or does that make sense what I said? Dana, what do you think? Anyone? Yeah, Karen, I believe in 30 days or longer. Yep, for sale by owner on Zillow. Yep. Is there anything is there anything else in the MLS that you guys can think of how one that has a license and has access to the MLS to find deals? Nope. That makes sense too. Listings that with poor quality, or none at all, or just the front of the house. You got to scratch your head, because that if a property's been rehabbed fully, that there's probably 50 pictures on there of that property. So if there's only one or two, that's a tell as well. Well, besides that guy, that's the only question that came in. Do you guys have any questions for me, or for me and Greg? Anything come to your mind? Are you guys close to a deal? Or even if you have questions about scheduling time to do the deals, to find deals. I can tell you this, that Greg is he's looking at postcards again, but he's looking for he's kind of pushed the button on those what do you call them, those soft checks, or those postcard type envelopes that look like you're getting a check, but it's really not a check. Although I always check because maybe someone made a mistake and it could be a real live check. But it's the marketing that looks like a check. Now, I'm not sure what's in the checks that Greg is getting. Maybe it's a price. He's putting a price in there based on the properties that he's going to be sending them to. I'm not quite sure. But he's going with that, and he's hitting certain zip codes. He's going with these companies that somehow can give us predictable data. And then we're following up with having our VAs make dials as well. Now we have another list as well, and you guys can get in on this. So I've got a list of like 6,000 from another list that's not a super predictable list, but it's a darn good list where if you were to have parts of the list, I give them out like 100 or 200 at a time. And if you're interested, Karen goes, what's it called, Karen? Check images. It has the price of what the homeowner can receive. So Greg is going to that strategy, but we're also following up with the phone calls. But we have lists. I've got a list of 6,000 right now. Probably I've got less than 1,000 that have went out to certain agents, real estate agents. So if you guys are interested in me giving you that list, you'll sign a contract. It's a short contract saying that for every deal that gets to the finish line, it's basically Greg's list. But if you were to get a deal to the finish line, then he's going to split everything 50-50 with you. These are right now absentee owners in Prince George's County. That's where the list comes from. So if you're interested, let me know, and I can get you the list. I can give you some scripts that we're using specifically for the list that we have. But what do you have to lose, right? Maybe time making dials. So if you're interested, let me know. Other than that, guys, I got nothing else to say to you. I'm sorry. I don't didn't get in any questions. One more time, you guys have anything for me or something that you'd like me to pass on to Greg? Karen, okay, Karen, we'll talk tomorrow, and I'll get you that list and get you the contract there. But again, that's 50% or 50-50. Greg will split it with you. And Greg actually wants to go on the appointment with you. Donnie, I see you're interested. Let me write you down as well. Any other questions, guys? So next Tuesday, we're either going to have the investor Q&A as we normally do, and maybe we'll get some more questions in. We may make a decision to have a mastermind session on contracts, specifically subject to. We had planned to do that tonight, but Greg wanted to teach it, and he's not 100%. So maybe we'll get that done next week. And with that, guys, I'll give you the rest of your evening back. It's probably a record class right here. I didn't want to cancel the class. So anyhow, I hope you guys are doing well. And you guys have a great evening, good rest of the week. And, if you need help setting a schedule to do marketing or whatever, if you have some general questions about your investing activities, let me know. You guys be well. God bless. And I'll see you when I see you. Good night.